I know we're running close to the end of the day. I want to anchor the next couple of questions on your strategic plan going forward. And I want to commend Senator Sagram Singh for making a very valid point that as you strengthen your requirement process, that you don't eliminate or alienate the most vulnerable people who are depending on your service. Now, that being said, in my experience from the data coming into our offices, they normally have easy time getting the paperwork from the disaster management unit with a little nudge. You get the applications, you get the estimates and so on. But the issue of title and tenancy is where I think the bulk of the challenges are. And if I were just to revert to Mr. Sinanan, who is your legal person there, my recollection prior to 2015, self-help, as many other agencies, would have accepted an affidavit, a sworn declaration that I have been residing on this premises for 20 years, 25 years, with whatever is the format they've done. Someone who would have known them for that period of time would swear to that as well. And obviously that is a legal document. You can be charged for perjury by law and so on if you lie on one of those documents as well. Is this something that you can look at in reverting to going forward in terms of proof of this tenancy and occupation by using the affidavit, the sworn declarations, as was done prior to 2015? And I'm not sure why it was stopped. There may have been issues which I'm not aware of. Perhaps if Mr. Sinanan could just chime in on that for this particular area.
Thank you for that question. That is something I would have to look into because that was previous to my tenure. In addition to that, and going a step beyond the statutory declaration and affidavits, we are even considering in the revision of the policy, liaising or establishing memorandums of understanding with certain entities that could provide documentation to that effect in a very timely manner. So once an application comes before us with regard to a similar issue, we are intending to establish methods to secure that information in a very timely manner.
And thanks for that, because one of the things that you find, and in my experience again, and I mean, forgive me for speaking of Mayara as the MP, because that's where the data comes to me. A lot of properties in Mayaro would have been handed down via generation through deeds of gift rather than from Crown Colony documents. So I may have a deed of gift, but I allow Mr. John to reside on one lot of land from that deed of gift that I've had from my great-grandfather. I don't have any paperwork, but I know it's mine because my great-grandfather passed it down. And these deeds of gift, this is where some of the problems come. So when the little house burns down or there's some structural damage, it is even difficult. Although I'm charging a rent to Mr. John, just $100 a month to stay there, I do not have that paperwork, but I can swear via declaration that I am the legal owner through this deed of gift from my great-grandfather. I've been here 30 years. I've been given Mr. John this. He's been here for 20 years. And then we are all covered under this legal document, which is punishable by jail time if you lie. And really, find a way to move this would be the biggest hurdle, especially for those vulnerable in the community, where those issues of tenancy and occupancy really is the greatest hindrance, taking into account our experience in Mayara with land passing down through deed of gifts rather than through normal title documents. Okay. One more question, Mr. Chair.